Toodles. Yep. Couple days. Toodles. The Hebrew text in the Bible has hidden formats. By revealing these formats, I will prove the first writer's words were hidden from you. These formats look like poetry as I group them into small paragraphs. Their grouping will become known as a psalm, and together they become psalms. Let me show you our Creator's 12 commandments, listed in Exodus chapter 20, verses 1 through 17. Any father of a family or his wife who did not obey any one of these 12 commandments, our Creator demanded they bring him a sin offering. Thus, our Creator defined the word sin as not obeying any one of these 12 commandments. Next, I want to show you how I changed one word in Exodus 26, verse 26, the word bars to arches, and the words now reveal the style of the roof for our Creator's tent for meeting with Him. Let me show you the translator's words from the preface of the 1611 King James Bible. They gave 4 reasons for themselves or others to edit the Bible's words. The red arrow at the top points to their 3rd reason to edit the text. By the light and feeling we attained unto ourselves. The next red arrow down points to them giving the title, the Divine, to a clerk named Gregory. The next block of words, they point out they were happy that the first emperor of Rome established the year to the course of the sun. Behind this text means Nebuchadnezzar ordered his kingdom to follow our Creator's calendar when he stopped eating grass. The last arrow points to your reward for studying the Bible. Your reward is to have a fellowship with the saints and participation of a heavenly nature that will never fade away. There is no such thing as nature to a truthful Christian. Our Creator created everything. Not everyone has the knowledge to correct every word. I have an old Bible program that has the New American Standard Bible 1977 concordance to help find a better word. Their concordance has the number of times they use that English word in a parenthesis for that Hebrew word. The translators removed his name, YHVH, to put in 2 titles, Lord and God. I replaced those titles using the letters Y and V as his name, for the Hebrew language does not have a J, O, or W. By using these 2 letters, I am closer to the truth than anyone using J, O, or W for his name. No proper English was used. The blue highlighted text is text that I am removing. The red highlighted words are little words that I'm adding. Gray italic words are words that I added. To respect and honor our Creator, all capital letters in purple are our Creator's words. This is Jesus' prophecy, for I am revealing the first writer's words to tell you the true truths about Jesus. Their words will take your belief to trusting our Creator. You will be watching prophecy before your eyes as I edit true truths back into their psalms. Okay, this is what I'm going to get on to chapter 4. This is what I've done already, or the last this morning's video here. So this is what I found. There's pieces missing for a beginning. But the story kind of flows pretty good. I still have question whether he's commanding or is it a prophecy, why he prophesied to me. So, but as you can see, I've got a lot of words here, and I've got words about Jesus again coming to Jerusalem, and I got quite a bit. So now I will, because this one needs that there, and then when I put the next text in at the end of the video, you'll see what I've done. So if you want to zip to the end of the video, that's fine. If you want to learn how I'm doing this, whoops, I should show you this up above my head is how I usually start. And you do have to know the stories to be able to find what I'm doing. So that's pretty much why I'm doing these videos. And our creator made me see them 8 times. So that's my advantage. So don't think I'm stupid here. And you will see that this is prophecy. This is Jesus's prophecy. And that is to tell the truth of the text by finding the first writer's formats. And you'll see that a lot of text gets thrown out. Let me show you. See this? That's what I'm going to be doing. Okay? And I'm going to juggle verses around, but in the end, it does end up, I get through the mess, and it actually has the same repeatable formats all the way through, and there is a story that's hidden from us. So, in other words, the book that you have is, as you've seen from the intro, is not written by the good guys, not being edited by the good guys. So, watch what I do and learn and put a follow. And then if you want to talk to me, watch me live. I have the chats open. I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch. So until I get my new computer, then I'll be streaming on Kick as well. Same time all the way through. Okay, now this is chapter 4, and it doesn't start out as a prophecy saying like YV told me. So I've got pieces. Okay, the last text was described like it was Jeremiah's words pleading with the people. And that would have been after they would have went into captivity. So that text would have been that these remnant. I guess I should have put this up here and told you where we're at in the timeline. This is the King's timeline that our creator's hidden formats, which I've got to get to, which is still going to probably take another 6-7 months before I get there. But the object is I've already done them once, but I need to explain like what I'm explaining. But what these are, this is Jeremiah is these three, he's at these 3 kings for Judah. So all the text so far is referring to, but they're at different times. First one is for with this king. I found a piece that's going to be with this king and not this king. And then after that king's gone so far. But they become like pieces of the puzzle that I will be able to put them together. So if you return, then you should return to me. And if you put away your detestable things, is this would be your idols. So it's kind of like I should have put, not put away, but remove your detestable things would be your God's idols or your God's altars. And my presence will not waver. Well, that's, see, they don't understand our creator. Creator would never say that. My presence will never waver. Anyways, so I can't use that verse. But in here, this goes almost like a 4 verse. I've got too many verses here. This one here, I'm just going to say that doesn't make sense either. Now, see, this is Israel. Okay, now that's odd because I just got done showing you that the king, he's a prophet for here, and yet now he's talking about the nation Israel that's before his time. Then you should know you are to. So if you put away would be throw away. So I'd rather have the word throw away. If you throw away your detestable things, like I said, these would be idols of gods or altars and pillars. You throw away. I'm going to put altars and pillars because these are the things that the altar is where they sacrifice, then roast it, and then they have a party to their god. Okay? And they do this as a group. So it would be you're getting rid of those. And then they have pillars that they put the female goddess image of her goddess or the goddess image. And then they have it large enough to where they put incense out therefore. And these are all over the city's locations, wherever they could do that. That's how bad it's getting there in Judah. So, or pillars, P-I-L-S, and pillars. And that would be a 2 verse right there. If you return to me, and then it's not for Israel. If I get rid of that, now it's, and you can see that this is our creator speaking. So he wasn't speaking up here. So this is a piece going to go someplace. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of this. And that way it'll say, um, if you are, and if you will, if you are returning to me, and I'm kind of going a little bit by this. So if you are returning to me, throw away your altars and pillars. Okay, now that's good, and I don't need this. Now I'm back at a 3 verse. And vow to swear means to vow. A vow is something that you do for our creator. And it's like a promise you better not break. So you just don't make promises to our creator. It's very important, a vow. So, and vow to me, this has to be here as me. Vow to me and vow to me to live to live. This would be to live by my truths, or not really truths, by my commands. My by my commands, you will have justice. You will be just and righteous. The closest you can get to our Creator is to be most obedient to Him by following all the statutes, the commandments, and then there's a lot of laws that are guidances, such as don't be tattooing yourself, don't become a drunkard, many things like that. So, my commands, you will have justice and righteousness. Justice and righteousness. Okay. And that does kind of match for a 3 verse. Now, what I'm going to do is, you've seen enough of me, and I think you should see some of the other texts that I've got already prepared and done, and I'm going to make one long book. Okay, so these are pieces to the book that I'm going to put in order. So there's going to be about 30 slides there. So if you want to take some screenshots and then read them that way, that's fine. Someday, I'm hoping within a month, to be able to have some of these down in the description and be able to tell you right down in the description is where I'm at right now. That I'm getting closer to doing that for you. Okay, throw away your parallel. Then the nations, there's no more nations. Then I will bless your nations themselves in Him, and in Him they will have glory. That doesn't read right. I want to put bless before this. Then I will bless your nation. So let me do that. Let me copy that. I want to make it small, but I want to make it yellow. Then I want to paste it here. And probably do the same thing here. Then this is, then I will, that's got to be all. Your nation. And then this is, what is this? Then I'll bless your nation, themselves in him, and in him they will glory. This is not right. I can't agree with any of that. So this might be just one verse, and then I have two verses that are empty. This they would know better. They know how to farm. If they're following our Creator, this is circumcise yourself to YV. That's, it would be, oh, you got foreskin on your heart, huh? Not men to the races. There's many different people in the land here. So right now I'm going to put it as races because he's talking to all of them. To the races in Judah. And I designate this as a bad Judah, so it's bold. It's going to be all little capital letters like that. Wait a second, because I have inhabitants down here, which I usually use the word races. So if I go like that and copy that and put it here. Now this seems to want to start a new subject. So and to do this right, it would have to be this was this was said. By YV2. See, I can't use races here. So, but this needs a little correcting, not much. This was said by YV2 It's got to be his people. Capital. To his people. No. To his people. In Judah and in Jerusalem. I don't think I need that. In Jerusalem, in Judah and Jerusalem. So, and that's a 3 verse. This doesn't connect. But if you notice, somebody knew the format before they put it together the way you see it today, because they tried to sneak that in a 3 verse format. Okay, just to show you that when they started doing this, they knew what the format looked like, what they started with, and they started adding the text, and then they started not doing the text as a poetry like format, but just wrote it out in straight lines and caused confusion, so you didn't know what they were adding and what not. My job is to put it back together for you. So, before I forget that, in Judah and Jerusalem, to the races, his wrath will go forth. I can't use it as him. He's going to be talking about our Creator until I get it down that. And I usually understand that by the way he starts out here. See how I've got these words not being said by our Creator, and he's talking to his people. So, his wrath is going forth does mean coming, and I did the wrong thing. Although this is prophecy, so his wrath, it's how he's going to say it. So his wrath is going forth, it's like is coming. His wrath is coming. Like a fire, like a fire to burn, like a fire uncontrolled, would done to quench it. So his wrath is coming, like a fire ablazed. I'm going to put it that way. Blazed? Is that even a word? Well, they say it is. Like a fire ablaze. Not with a D. With no, I like to do this no one. With no one to quench it. Okay. And this with no one to quench it. That means this, for all my talking, is out. Okay. Those two go together. No, this was new. Yeah. Those two to go together. So I got to find now two more. The next two. This has got to be 4 here. Because if I use the word for, I can pretty much, get rid of the word because. Or your evilness and but this doesn't really sound like our creator would say this. See, this is like he's saying what's going to happen. I might have all this wrong that he is not saying this. So it rarely happens this way, but it does happen. And it's what he's doing is he's repeating what he's already said when it's written like this. He'll say it in a different way, but he's telling the story. For your evilness and deeds, your evil deed, for your evil deeds. So I don't need this. For your evil deeds, which is your evil acts. So let me go over here to see if how I did on that one. This is 3 and I'm on 4. So let me find 4. And this I go to 4. Should be at 5. Actions, dealings, works, doings, acts. So acts is pretty good. Can't complain me putting that word in there. For your evil acts. You declare in Judah and proclaim in Jerusalem. You declare, and this I have to, oh, I was in the right spot. I forgot what I was doing. I was going to change the layout, but it's bold, small caps. In Judah, and proclaim them in Jerusalem. Now, this one might be, he says to blow the horn. And they had horns, they didn't have trumpets. So, in fact, each of the higher priests had the horns, and they kept those in the house for our Creator. I say, blow the horns in our land, or your land. I say, oh, it's got to be your horns. Because not everybody can blow a horn, okay? Just to let you know that they had different horns made. These horns were to announce the year of redemption or jubilation, where all those that are in work prisons and those that have outstanding debts, everything is forgiven, and everybody can go back home to their own land and start fresh every 7 years, or on the 7th year. 6 years, if they lost out, they were to be punished. The 7th year, they were to be forgiven. So this is why these horns would have that sound. Now they would also have maybe like a trumpet for war. So if I say, blow your trumpets in the land and cry aloud, and cry aloud to assemble yourselves and go to your cities. Into your fortified cities. And then this has to be up on this here. So cry aloud. Saying, assemble at yourselves and cry aloud, saying, assemble this has to be to to go. So this needs to be here, and I got to put cry aloud. But this has got to hook to this. So this, and lift, and not lift up. It's raise your flag. A standard is a flag, by the way. And because we're going to be doing this in all places, so it's got to be flags to say that you're all together. So as one, now that go like that. Assemble to go into your fortified cities and raise your flags. That's good because this is going to be a statement and these two are going to go, okay. Now I say blow this, I added that, your horns in the land. I can say that. And shout saying, and not aloud, but shout out, saying, because the guy's going to blow the horn, people are going to stop, listen, and then they're going to get the understanding of what to do here. So that way, this is what's being said. And blow your horns in the land. I'm going to add this word here and shout out saying, assemble to go into our this is first person in it, so that's why I use that. Fortified cities. And raise your flags. Not towards Jerusalem, not to seek refuge. So this is not true. Do not stand still, for I am bringing evil in the north as a great destruction. No. And do not stand still, for I am bringing evil. Well, I didn't need to edit that. I didn't need to edit those words. I got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 words in a row without without having to mess with them. I am bringing evil from the north. For your destruction. Now they know it's Babylon, so I am bringing evil from Babylon for your destruction. So this might not need to be the word the north, from Babylon for your destruction. I am bringing evil from Babylon for your destruction. They knew it was Babylon because he's told them that a few times. And he's going to tell them one more time. From Babylon for your destruction. A destroyer of nations. And why I'm using the word kingdom. Nations is a collective tribes making up a nation, where a kingdom is like Egypt. They didn't have parcels all over the place. So that's why the word kingdoms is being used. A destroyer of kingdoms, as set out. As set out. Going from their places would be their land. Oops. A destroyer of kingdoms, as set out. Going and I want to say this. Yes, set out marching. And it would be going out. Then I've got those two words I can get rid of correctly. Yes, set out marching. I don't need these. Marching to your land. To make, not from his land. He's already set out. A destroyer of kingdoms has set out marching to your land. Now I've lost track of how I'm going to two sentences grouped together. And make your land a waste. Let me check Twitch here. See if it's okay. It's supposed to have stream is okay. Just tells me I'm live. Maybe expand it. Maybe it will. Well, how come it skipped to that? I should be in what happened to my dashboard. I was there. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. That part where it says excellent. Okay. But I know I had it set there. I don't know how it switched. Now I've lost YouTube. Okay, that's what happened. I hit that. Okay. Oh, it's a bigger job than I thought doing these streams. To make your land a waste is to be desolate without people. And there's going to be a remnant of it, but it's the point is he's not wiping out everybody because he's prophesied that he's not going to. Without well, I got to put the word waste up here. It's got to be added for your cities will be ruined. And without people. March into your land. To make its destruction is already up here. Destroyers marching, he's leaving. To make your land to make yours a wasteland. Or your cities will be ruins and without. Good. No, he's telling him he's not. He already, let's put it this way, I already know the story. This isn't true. Okay. They're coming and they're going to be gone. And it's not prophets, it's going to be their diviners. Well, I could use seers here. And what they're trying to do is say that a seer is one that tries to predict the future. That's why I said diviners as well could be here. But this, I think, your seers, because I can't use astrologers, but I can use seers. And your seers. And your seers will be It can't be astounded. So let me see what kind of word is astounded here before I take you here. Okay, I see what I want to use. That's good. It's here. Shocked and wonderment. Astonished. So astounded is not, they're only using it once. Amazed, I don't like that. Shocked, I like. I use shocked. Okay. I would like to use the word horrified because will be ruined, will be, your priest will be destroyed when being killed. But if I have shocked for seers, I gotta have horrified. Okay, not just appalled. They're, because when they see, let's put it this way, another prophecy is going to tell them how many's coming. And that's the thing that they said that, oh, we'll be able to take them on. Don't worry about anything. Horrified. Now, this wants to say, your hearts. Hearts will, I don't like the word fail either. So let me see what, well, I guess I should take you there to see what I'm looking at here. They're not going to be destroyed and will be, your hearts will be broken. I think broken is pretty much the best word I can see there. Your hearts will be broken. If I use the word their hearts instead of your hearts. This is things that are going to happen, maybe not right at this time, but in the future, to mean it that way. Their hearts will be broken, and their priests will be horrified, and your seers will be shocked. It will come about they, not it, they will come, come, it will come that day. Yeah, that's, I think I'm liking that. They will come that day as prophesied by YHVH prophesied. See how that text is him speaking of him in a different way and not just saying it's not like he's saying word for word, which a lot of prophets do. They have it said word for word. As prophesied by YHVH. The heart, their king. Prophesied by YHVH, the heart of their king. Whoops, that just needs to be cleaned. And their hearts will be broken, and their priests will be horrified. That all seems to hopefully sound good together. See, this has got to be broke here, saying you will have peace, or as their swords. And that was right. So, whereas their swords, saying we will have peace, not you. They're in it too, so they're the diviners, the seers, are kind of saying you had peace. So, and we will have peace. whereas their swords will be touching their throat. Their throat. No, throat is the front. Neck. It's got to be neck. And I got to put ing here. Okay. Utterly means to say, so they have said deceivingly. Now I got to find out if that's actually a word, but I do that all the time. I come up with my own words. Hey, all right, real good. They have said deceivingly. They have said deceivingly to our people. Jerusalem. Or to our people in Jerusalem. They say as your Lord, and this is going to be not, but this is their Lord over you. So this has just got to be regular. They said as your Lord. Maybe I need Shirley there. Um, they say, surely, they say, as your Lord, but they have said deceivingly to our people. This is not making sense here. It's like I can't use any of this. They have said deceivingly to our people in Jerusalem. They have said deceivingly to our people in Jerusalem, proclaiming, we will have peace. Proclaiming, we will have peace. They were most uh, assured, and not just by saying. They have said deceivingly to our people in Jerusalem, proclaiming, we will have peace, whereas their swords be touching their necks. Now, scorching wind, bare heights, that's separate. So, what can I use out of these two verses? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just get rid of all this because I'm pretty sure this is the 3 verse. Whereas their swords will be touching their necks. To their people. Oh, I didn't see that. I can use that to there and then get rid of this and use that as out to their people in Jerusalem. And I don't need this. Okay. This is just not needed. A strong one will come at my command. Nope. Now I'll pronounce judgment against him, what they already did. He already did. He's already said there. That's up here. So this is not needed. That is just stupid talk. No. Wash your heart from your evilness. Whoops. Your evilness. In Jerusalem. I'm not sure. Wash your heart from your evilness in Jerusalem. But this, how long will your wicked thoughts lodge within you? So, evil thoughts. And this is almost like sounding like he's talking to him again. How long, and that is a question, will your evil thoughts be lodged within you? I don't like that way it's saying that, but that's what I'm feeling here on this. Wash your hearts from your evils in Jerusalem, that he may save a remnant. Remnant. I know this isn't spelled right. There it is. There, that's how it's done. And this would be our crater here, so that he may save a remnant. Wash your hearts from your evils in Jerusalem, that he may save a remnant. For how long? For how long will your evil thoughts be lodged in you? That works. I mean, that's the format. So that's a piece somewhere. Going to go somewhere. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I've got text scattered in the others that these need to be all put together. What I don't have is who he's talking to yet. So Mount Ephraim, there's no mounts. And Ephraim, let's see, proclaim wickedness. I don't think this is needed. Report it to the tribes, not nations. Report it to the tribes. Proclaim it in Jerusalem. And proclaim it in. Your beseechers are coming. Or voice declares. A voice. His words are to be declared, proclaiming their evilness. Came from inference. Let me see here. Here, this is already gone, though. All this is gone. So why are they talking that land? Dan is gone too. Dan is right here. So if I don't use that at all, and then this and these two will connect. Beseechers are coming from a far away land. And they will raise their voices. Yes, raise their voices. Raise their voices against Judah. From a faraway land, they will raise their voices against you. Yes. Okay. So that seems to say, okay, it's a good group. That isn't like watchmen in the field. They are against you round about because you have rebelled against me. Um, Didn't I have the word besiege here someplace? Besiegers are coming. And that's being a repeat. So that's that this is talking. Because they not us, because they rebelled against YV. From your fields they are against you, because they rebelled. Then I gotta separate that. Boy, all of a sudden my eyes just don't want to fall asleep, and that's not good. Um, but I've got another hour to go at least, I think. Yeah, maybe even longer. Like Watchmen in the Field. Like watching, because as a besieger, you're looking for weaknesses before the battle. A besieger is not trying to lose anyone in battle. They're trying to cause starvation and a weakness of the people by out sustaining them, that they take enough into their fortified cities. So, like watchmen in the field, they will be against you roundabout no, because they rebelled against YV. They will be like watchmen in the field. They, that's what's on, they will be like. They will be like watchmen in a field. Because you, no, I'm still going to need, they rebelled against YV. This is for your evilness, or And I don't like that, but I don't like these two. So against me. By your ways and deeds. I can use the word deeds here this time. By your ways and deeds, you you have by your ways and deeds you have brought these to you. This is for your now this still gonna put the word they. They have brought these to you, for this is your evilness. This is for your evil. I like this one here. And to show you, I gotta guess bring it under here so you can see the group. By your ways and deeds, they have been brought. Ways and deeds, these are your ways and deeds. Are these things? Let me just say, get rid of that, get rid of this right now, and say, by your ways and deeds, these things that's not reading right either. By your ways and deeds, these things. Okay, what is this thing? Or let's see, what is, can I get another? By your ways and deeds, this is for your evilness. And now you're, oh, how is it bitter now? Is no, um, by your ways and deeds, I got to have the word you here. That there's no doubt about that. So, by your ways and deeds, you have brought. You have brought his wrath This is for your evilness. By your ways and deeds, he brings. These has got to be by your ways and deeds. It's got to be he and our creator. He has brought their army. This is for your evilness. That's the only thing I can think of that would kind of fit in that spot, because these things just don't make any sense. These things can be a multitude of things. And he has brought their army, for this is for your. I can't make sense out of how do these things, because I know this is going to be two Greek words together. I've done this too often not to know that when it says these things, it's kind of like these and things is the same thing. So they're kind of going to be the same word. So he has brought their army, and this is for your evilness. But the thing is that's not. He is bringing their army. Jeez. He is bringing their army. Is, no matter what this is, he is bringing their army, and this is for your evilness. By your ways and deeds, he is bringing their army, and this is okay. Now that makes sense. It just, man, oh, getting a little dizzy here. This is not continuing. He's talking to somebody of what he's prophesied about. See, now a trumpet they might use for the alarm. The alarm, not of war, for war. Sound the trumpet, the alarm for war. Because you will hear the sound of the trumpet, the alarm of war. let's put it this way. I don't need this. Don't need this many. I am in anguish. My heart is pounding in me. I cannot be silent. My soul is in anguish. I am in anguish. Same thing. Me, myself, and I. I represents your soul pretty much when you talk. Me is pretty much your body. Myself is your thinking. And then I is something like that. I've figured that out before. It just, um, but see, these two hook together. Okay, that's a for sure thing. These two are going to hook together. These two are going to hook together. These two are going to hook together. But they don't belong to that group above it. So this is going to start something new. But this is, yeah, he's saying something here to somebody. My tent is devastated, my curtains, and it is okay, though that doesn't mean it make anything. Alarm the war, because you will hear. I want to use not the word on, but upon. Disaster upon the disaster upon disaster is for the whole land. Devastation. How is this going to hook together? Don't tell me my slide is not moving over here. Okay. I just didn't know I had them for so long, but um, got to shorten the time up a little bit on them. Yeah, they look like about 10, 15 seconds. So, but I guess that's to draw your attention. Okay. Disaster. Disaster and disaster. That's the best way I can put it. Not on. Disaster and disaster for the whole land. And this is out. Disaster on disaster for the whole land. for our devastation. Will be sudden, but it's not going to be sudden, because I think they're going to be besieged for like 9 months, and then they're going to attack it. That's what's going to happen. They're going to besiege it for a long time, and then all of a sudden, suddenly they're just going to say, they've had enough. We've waited long enough. Our food's running out too, so we might as well get on with it. Okay. This, I don't see this. Because when I read this, my people are foolish. They are, they are like stupid children. Having no understanding. Okay. They are shrewd to do evil, but not to do good. And they do not know. They, but to, they are shrewd to do evil, but to do good, they do not know. They do not know how. Um, I got to put it as a hyphen with the word how. Know how. Maybe that is one word. Know how is one word. Let me see. And I don't know until I click the button. Yeah, look at that. That's exactly what I needed. They do not know how. Oh, one for good guy. But they're sure to do evil, but to do good, they do not know how. Okay. Those two are hooked together. I looked on earth before formless and void and had no light. Now our Creator's going to start speaking right here in the middle of everything. I looked on the mountain, behold, they quaked, and all the hills moved to and fro. Our Creator's that awesome that the earth is going to shake. Stupid. I look and behold, there was no male, and all the birds of the heaven had fled. Well, wait a second. Let's just get rid of that. I looked and beheld the fruitful land was a wilderness, and all its cities were pulled down by his fierce anger. So somewhere these two that were pulled down, but they weren't pulled down where all the cities were broken down. And this seems like it's a review of what's going on, like he walked the land to get this. I looked and beheld. All our cities. Ours that were broken down. Right. This is out. Why is he talking to himself all of a sudden? He wouldn't be talking to himself. This guy is talking about what's happened after. No, come on, Mike, think. What's going on here? Come on, think. The whole land is. Okay, I think I've got something here. The whole land is a complete destruction. Oh, that is out. I did it the wrong way here. So this must have been like that. For his fierce anger, the whole land is a complete destruction. You know, that would be those two hooking together. This is him speaking out of nowhere. This has pretty much been all said, and not the excitement is running in thickets and climb among the rocks. And when they're talking about climbing among the rocks, the Jordan, let's put it this way. Oops, I better explain this where you can see me here. The sea level is here. About 2,000 feet are the top of the hills. And then it goes all the way down 1,800 below sea level is the Jordan River. So these two sides are pretty much desert because everything has been sliding down and it doesn't grow anything. So these would be the rocky areas, the caves that they call, or the Dead Sea Scrolls, I believe, were in this area. You can do a search on the web and you'll see what I'm talking about. So, but when it says that here, among the rocks, among the rocky, is what I would say. And you, desolate one, what will you do? Enlarge your eyes and paint pain. Make yourself beautiful. Your lovers despise you. They will seek your life. Nope. Don't need any of that. I heard a cry as the woman in labor, anguishes of one giving birth of her first child. The cry of the daughter of Zion, gasping for breath, stretching out her hands, saying, "Wow, woe is me." No. Okay. Now, did I miss something up here? No, I didn't. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is take this text that I've done today's cleanup and I'm going to copy it. I'm going to put it down here, but I'm going to bring up the other here and put it here. Now, it does take me a little bit to clean it, and I'm always trying to talk to give some kind of excuse for you to be watching while I'm doing it that you can hear. But I got to just be silent on these sometimes and just watch what I'm doing is to clean up the editing. So, and this was the verses that I said were gone. But these two seem to want to hook together. So I'm going to put that as the space. I know there's text missing above this. Now this is, you can tell it's starting out from nowhere. But see, I took all that out and this just reads like it's supposed to. Two of them there, one there, two here. Raise your flag, do not stand still. That sounds about right. But this needs another space. And that would be together. Yep, that's going to go together. So this is going to be a double space. Wow, that's looking pretty good. And then I've got stuff that isn't going to go here together. Just got two. Yep. But did you see that? I mean, I took a lot of crap out, but when you see it and it gets done, it does read as if that was the way it was before they threw all that crap in there. Well, that is going to mean something's missing here. Maybe I'll have to reread it later, but I'm seeing right now there's going to be a group of words missing there. Now that is the text. Now I can put all this in here. But let me just, so you can take some screenshots here. I'm just going to probably bring it down in size a little bit because you can blow it up after you take these screenshots. And then that way you can take a look at it and maybe do your editing on whatever complaint and then put it in the comment below. Help me out, figure out what I missed, because I know I'm not perfect, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be a verse or set of verses here missing. Anyways, that is the story for the day, and I only spent 2 hours on that. I'm getting better. I'm not trying to shut down like all this little editing. I can do this later, all these dots and periods. But anyway, I want to tell you people to hang in there. I'll be doing more of these. I got a lot of books to do yet. So how do they say that? Follow, post, stop by and chat, I think. Anyways.